because I might as well use my degrees, right? Right. Oh! Ah! Even the pins spring is off. People would be like, what? Ash, what do you even talk about?
I was a seed, they tried to bury me, I rose from the tree. You who was showed me that my friends was really folks. Man, we picked up that Torah, then I started taking notes. Hello, yeah, I once was weary, but I came back home. You who
yes, yeah. Said your greatness is forever. You're infinitely clever. Your mercy is my life. Without it, I would die. You get all of my reverence. You get all of my praise. When I just felt down, when I didn't have nothing left, I was broken deep within. Try my best to cover it, yeah. Abba, yeah, you give me strength. Abba, yeah, you give me strength.
Oh, as y'all can see, I went to a basketball game. My brother invited me, so wanted to go support. Gonna cook here in a minute when I get home. I think I drove like a total of 2.5 hours, 3 hours, just back and forth because I had my mom with me for a week, so just dropping her off and stuff. But I just wanted to say welcome to the vlog. It's giving because you know that new aesthetic or whatever. I may be late to it, but the mob wife, I've been have the furs, I've been doing all that, right? By the way, don't mess with the culture, okay? I hope you enjoy the vlog. Not sure where this is gonna go because I haven't been out in weeks because I have not seen the sun for 2 months, it feels like. But that's okay, we move. Come on. Also, I hope y'all been liking the other series that I've been doing. I've just been on a type of thing because I've always been like a person that hung with the jocks, hung with the cheerleaders, hung with the geeks, hung with the goths, hung with the... So I've always been able to tap into other audiences. Now, mind you, the algorithm don't like complex people because I'm not even complex. I'm just saying that for the sake of the description. We are well rounded around here. I can tap into a lot of things. So, because with a new series, if it hasn't come out already, and I know I like talking to y'all in the car wash, I'm sorry, it's so damn loud, my bad. Anyway, I got the vlogs, I got this new series coming out that's going to be dealing with mental health and so forth, because I might as well use my degrees, right? Right. Oh! Because you already know that about like 75% nowadays just don't need to say degrees. Because it ain't paying. Nothing paying for real. But anyway, gonna be doing that with the mental health situation. And we're gonna go forward with that and see how it goes. Because I'm enjoying all the series that I'm running, including my vlogs. And I'm up next to get dry. I will see you in the cooking section. Bye, y'all.
probably take her.
In my heart, you got a spot, no one can take it. If you gotta fit together, we gon' face it. I give my love hand to make sure that you make it. Ain't too much that I won't do for you. I'll live for you, my brother. I'll die for you, my brother. Sometimes I be hard on you, cause I know what you can do. I just wanna make sure you gon' be okay. All my brothers grind and we gon' be okay. When I think about our shadow till we came a long way. Came from thugging out apartments, then we got a long way. Headed to the kingdom of heaven, we got a long way. We got a long way. We got a long way. We gotta think about what's present, not what past. It's the time to make better moves. Heard the old me knocking at the door, but I won't let them through.
Yeah. My brother, my brother, my brother, yeah, yeah. Let's help and edify one another. I reminisce, living life like some suckers, like some suckers. Now we breaking bread like it's the last supper. Gotta endure to the end, to open the word and start going in. Gotta repent for our sins, and if it catch up, got a spiritual cleanse. Holy spiritual, seeing my brother alive, a miracle. Seeing my bro and the truth is encouraging. He don't get into it, he used to get into, yeah, yeah, yeah. My brother, my brother, my brother, yeah, yeah. Psalm 133 vibes. Stay within the ruach and you'll stay alive. Let's fulfill these laws and let his love abide. Yeah, yeah. I live for you, my brother, my brother. I die for you, my brother, my brother. There's some times that we must look out for one another. Stay together cause we in to please our Father. Yeah, 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 yeah. My brother, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. My brother.
I'll live for you, my brother. I'll die for you, my brother. Sometimes I be hard on you, cause I know what you can do. I just wanna make sure you gon' be okay.
Today was such a good day. I say that because even though it's been a really good winter for me, like emotionally, even though things I've been facing, it's not the funnest thing and pretty much like I guess a sitting duck right now still. But today it was just with the sun and being able to drive and listening to music, and then listening to music as I was cooking, as you guys saw. Days like that, it reminds me that, you know, you can have better days, and even when you're in the thick of some things. So right now, actually, I am going, I don't know how traumatized I'm gonna be by doing this, but I found again when I was searching through my library and just switching some books out that I have old college textbooks, right? So with my new series that probably is already going to be out by the time this episode comes out. By the time this vlog comes out, because it's just another series where when I feel compelled to talk about something in depth, I'll try to do so. And it's regarding more so the mental health things in depth, because if you are new here, I have my bachelor's and master's in clinical mental health, but you know, just right now I'm not really too keen on the field in general, because I went into it for pure reasons, and I'm not going to go into the whole semantics on why I left for now. But hopefully, you know, maybe when I get older I'll return back, because the degrees will always be there if I need to fall back on them. Anyway, I want to use this book, okay? And for me, this book I kept it for so long because it has been my favorite book to look into when it came to the psychotherapy techniques at the time. And I was always known as the integrated type of person, the reality therapy giver, so forth, and using the techniques from that therapy style. So what I want to do is actually just either read through the chapter and just become kind of like a student again, so that way I can refresh my brain on the different theories and see how I can use the knowledge that I have, but use it towards things in scripture to make people feel, you know, that with the word it is healing, but also with these therapeutic techniques, this can also help. I'm still in the sorting the format out with that series. However, I do want to actually get started with the reading and taking the notes and so forth. So I'm gonna do that right now. And then I'm gonna call it a night because I have been up since very early and I've had a jam-packed day, especially with the driving. And then I will see you probably in a couple days. Enjoy.
But that which is natural, and afterward that which is spiritual.
Saying the same thing. Adam came first, but he lived in a natural state. He was not the spiritual man. Even though he had the breath of God in his nostrils, he was not in a spiritual state. Why? Because he transgressed. He allowed his flesh to overcome him. He allowed corruption to oversee him. All right? But Christ was spiritual. Why? Because he followed after God. Read on. When I said brothers be wanting to follow after Adam, they want to follow after David and all of that. No, all of that's earthly, fleshly. Follow after the Lord from heaven. That's the second man that we should all pattern ourselves after. If it's not after Christ, put it to the side.
Nightly read, and two things are popping out right now for me. When Abraham told his servant to find a wife for Isaac, and the task, is undergoing, and Rebekah is the one that is chosen, if you will, right? Two things. This is like real minute, but when the scripture says, because again, I read from the NKJV and then have another version when I had to like look up something, or if I want it like rephrased to understand it more. But literally in Genesis 24, when the servant is trying to see how the woman will act when it came to getting him some water and his camel some water, I tell you, Rebekah said, hold on, I got you a drink and I'm gonna get your camels a drink. I'm not gonna walk, I'm gonna run to get that water. Like, people to me, again, people would be like, what, Ash, what are you even talking about? Listen, I've always had a mindset of owning a home, hosting things like gatherings, family time, all that, and just wanting to cook a meal, have a guest room or two to make people feel at home when they're in the area with me, the whole shawam. And I always wondered where that even came from, because growing up, my family didn't come to see me, didn't come to our house when we had one. So I have no clue where that came from, but evidently, I guess it's just a spiritual thing and it's innate in me. With her literally running to the well, it's just like, where is the energy? When can we get that back? To me, it was like a trustworthy type of thing. It's okay, I'm letting you into my home. How do I know you're not going to steal nothing? It's so, like, that's what people think about nowadays, like not knowing the true intentions of somebody. But when there was order in the world and God was dealing with people personally and having his angels personally tell people and guide people on what to do, like, there was a order, there was a fear, there was a reverence, there was a respect for God. And the fact that she said, yeah, I got enough to feed the camels and I got room for you too, like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, a world that's like that, like, how can that even, I can't even wrap my head around that, given how defiled everything is nowadays. Like, y'all literally had strangers, mind you, they were more than likely your own people, but they're like, yeah, like, you in town, of course, like, come to the crib, like, did you eat, you good, like the just the hospitality and the camaraderie that people had back then. That has to be such a great feeling. This is a night study for me. This is a night read, because I can't concentrate on anything on the TV. I have been in a space where I'm not interested in barely anything. Starting from the beginning again, it's just, I'm not interested in anything else but reading and studying and doing the content that I'm doing with the series and these vlogs. So this book really shows how it was when things are right. There is way about people when they're in the correct spirit. There's nothing new under the sun. Everything is meant to play out anyway, and it is a very weary sight, but it's also a very exciting time to be living in. Yeah, just stories like this, it's like, yeah, hopefully we can please let us get back to this. Again, people may think it's real simple, but to me, in my head, it's so much more grand and so much more peaceful literally my spirit yearns to get back to such a state of rest and such a state of trust within people and the protection that they have for one another. Like, that's another thing that can unfold with this, because, okay, just speaking in current terms, like, you are going to, say you're at a hotel, yeah, people check in, and they have maybe a bar, and they have maybe room service or a vending machine or that little corner store thing that has the frozen section and the foods and the chips and all that. But I don't think it is nothing like these times, truthfully. Because you could have a 5-star hotel, but they don't care about your lineage. They don't care where you came from. They don't care if they're your people. Like, they don't, you know what I mean? It's not like a family oriented thing, but this was like a nation based hospitality, understanding, and respect that they had for one another, you know? And just to have that, just to have family, like a village. Like, I have no clue how that feels, but I can only imagine, and I can only imagine it in this time. We are missing out on so much, but we gotta endure. I'm gonna say goodnight, and I will see you guys tomorrow or in a couple days. Hey y'all, it is the very next day, and a package came in. Now, mind you, I got this, and we're gonna see, because the reviews, you know, maybe people just need a more firm yet delicate hand with this, but I needed to start somewhere when it came to sewing, because you will see the other item in which I needed 4. Don't know what that's for. Like, what is going on with this random stuff? Okay, so this is a very oriental packaging. Okay, there is no instructions but pictures. It's a handheld sewing kit, and the reason why I got this one was just simply because it had the different colors, just in case I needed some. So just the pop of color, if you will. And then also this blue ribbon. Now, mind you, it's real sunny outside. You can hear the birds chirping and all that. I got my chunkiest sweater I own on. Look like Mrs. Doubtfire. I'm about to get comfortable again, okay? And lay down, because today it is Tuesday. Clutching the pearls. Like, why? It just don't make no sense how busy I was. So I'm gonna hold off on doing anything with this. See if I can actually work it out and so forth. I mean, the yarn doesn't look too bad. It just looks like regular yarn. Looks like I would need to do like 2 to latch on, but I bought some dresses that I want to attach this ribbon to, so that's what we're gonna do. Once that gets in, that's not gonna be for another week, so well, 10 days. It's a week and a half. But then I will record trying to get this contraption together because it already looks like it's assembled with the pink ribbon. And it looks like, oh, that's so, look at that. Do you see that? That mechanism right there? That's very cheaply made, but you get what you ask for. The even the spring, even the pin spring is off. The label machine was messed up. Ooh wee. Okay. Is what it is. But I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm excited, right? Because with this, I know how to do a cross stitch, but other than that, nothing. Do I know how to sew in a weave? Yes. But to me, that's just so different than the intricate things when it comes to actually sewing like a good hem. And I just don't have that patience. And I haven't sewn in a weave in years, so I don't even know if I really even know how to do it no more. So, girl of many trades. But the memory, I don't know if it's a bicycle or not when it comes to that. So I'm gonna put this aside until I get my dresses. Hopefully the dresses, because you never know with these certain websites what the silhouette is going to look like. So if I need to take those back, you know, I just gotta find certain dresses that I want to specifically attach this to. And if you are a scripture reader, you will know why. But if you're not and you want to know why, look it up. All right. So that concludes the unboxing portion of this episode because I have not bought anything and it seems like 3-4 months. And it's like, you know, it's just stuff that I feel is important in this stage in my life right now. And hopefully, if it is a certain uniform, hopefully I can add more over time and eventually swap out my wardrobe and so forth. And we'll see. This is the learning curve, and it's a journey, and it's a cultural thing, and it's a thing that, or a custom that I'm trying to get back to and so forth. And you know, it just takes time because literally I threw out like, mind you, I told you I ain't got no heat at work. So I need to literally find things that are very warm to wear so I can survive. My hands are shot pretty much. Like they're the circulation don't get back until I get back home. I like that. But just with warmer clothing, I've had to wear certain things that just aren't, to me, you know, I didn't see was too bad, but I could see why certain things were worn and for purposeful things. But now that I'm understanding on a deeper level about some things, I just don't want to be at risk. I do not want to displease the Most High. I just don't. So we're going to have to develop into something new and be more cognizant of what I buy and just be more watchful with what I do overall. You know, it's a growing thing. It's a cleansing thing because, you know, you want to feel like you're doing something to avoid God's wrath. So that's pretty much what I'm trying to do, if you will, all encompassing. So I am very exhausted and I'm about to lay right here after my routine. And it's so beautiful outside. I looked outside majority of the day and it's so pretty. There's like a half an hour left of sunlight. It's just like this captivity, it's getting on my nerves. Because it's like, why aren't we able, even if it's indoors, enjoy the sunlight? Like when have establishments that you can, like, maybe like a closed, encased, open dome or something, just, or outside where there's heat sources or something, like a Top Golf or something. It's just like, why can't we just be at these establishments whenever we want? But no, we have to work to pay bills, to live, to survive, to not die. I say what I say. I'm going to say the truth all the time. I can't help it. So I'm gonna take this Miss Doubtfire outfit off, because I'm done. My head is too small for this chunky, huge sweater dress situation. I look like I'm 500 pounds. I've had it to here. It's only Tuesday. Long suffering. Endure. Fulfill the sentencing of my forefathers. Fulfill it. Deal with it. Get over it. Hopefully there's a day where there is abundance in substance. Okay? Okay. I will see y'all tomorrow. Okay, a whole lot of things are happened this morning. The womanly thing is happening, so I knew that was happening, but I am in the process of actually looking for another place now. And for a while I was kind of discouraged, because it felt like, especially with my current situation and so many other people's situation, that it's hard to find personable people on staff that are, you know, running the properties where we rent. And with my horror story that I am trying to get out of now, you know, a lot of people saying it's too early for them to know certain vacancies. But today I heard there is a place where I visited today, this morning, before I came into work, that they will be accommodating to me. And I haven't heard that in it's going on 3 years. I haven't heard of a place that is willing to be there for their residents. With the model apartment, mind you, there's, just like everywhere else, there's the updated ones and not so updated ones. And for me, given that I had a partial update and renovation, it's not like I'm not used to, you know, the classic brown cabinets, the trimming and so forth, but I wanted a more brighter type of setup, and that's what they have within my price range, because unfortunately I just can't afford the rent that I am currently going through right now. Can't afford meaning I just don't have extra income to prioritize other things right now. So for me to get somewhere that is newly renovated and cheaper rent, it's like, that's a win-win for me. So if I am able to get into this place, I don't want to speak too much on it, because I'm going to be going through hopefully other places to tour and so forth. But yeah, I have officially toured other places, and just finding the right place again to call home, because to me, again, it's more than just the place that I'm living in that makes it a home. It's the people that run it also make it a home. And I don't want to keep giving my money to, now mind you, yes, you have to pay your mortgage or rent, you have to pay to live somewhere. I'm just saying, I rather give my money to people that I know that are going to help me just as a woman, the help. I can do a lot of things independently, but the fact is, do I want to, or do I feel like I need to when I'm paying a fee for stuff to be handled? You know, it's just a battle, and it shouldn't be like it is now, where there's only a certain amount of people on staff that collectively just don't care for the residents, and the property owners are just collecting the money. It's such a horrible practice, and for somebody that came out of property management, I could have never have done that and still have kept a job. That just is what it is, and it's horrible. So the fact that this place rejuvenated my hope for people in this realm, and that there can be a place where I can stay for a longer bit of time, because I don't want to speak too far out, because you just never know the day to day. But I was hoping to, you know, move, and maybe the max of a couple years before I could figure out, because with the cheaper rent, I hope to be able to, you know, save here and there a little bit to finally relocate to a more countryside location, just a more even keel situation, just be out the way. I just wanna, that's where I see myself, you know, just being in a very unbothered, very close-knit country setting eventually. And, you know, just having the open land and driving through it, and it's so beautiful. But for now, I do want to find a place where I can find that I can feel at home, and I can feel productive and feel like it's aesthetically pleasing for myself, because with the newly renovated kitchen that you guys have seen in other videos, after the hell that I went through to even get that. And here's the thing, there was a gas issue in my place, appliances were failing all the time, among other just functional structural things, that it was like teeth pulling just to get an email back. And the fact that they could have just simply told me that we're eventually going to be bit by bit renovating the apartment, I probably would have stayed. But even so, the structure of the place is literally, you know, dilapidating, and you're trying to build new things within it, but the structure is horrible, and it's weird to me. So, and you're just going to increase the rent on top of that. So I'm not even getting all of the new renovations. Mind you, I was fine with the old situation. It was just the communication needed to be there, and I completely have been abandoned as a resident. So I can't continue to subject myself to that aesthetically pleasing living space or not. I cannot subject myself to just any old kind of treatment anymore. Like, I can't do it. So my especially on top of that, just being targeted in several ways, it's just my time to go. And I know when to fold, and I know when to just be like, okay, you got it. So with that, I'm very excited, because this place wasn't even on my radar, to be honest. But I took a chance, because, you know, you just never know, and I need to be feasible with my budget, and I need to be realistic and on what I can pay and so forth. So that is what it is, you know. So yeah, should I show you the example layout of the apartment, or should I just show y'all later? I don't even think y'all care, to be honest. So I will keep that information to myself now, and then if it is the place that I do choose, I will put it like in a vlog there, you know, when the time comes. But yeah, just know I'm looking for apartments, and it's a journey to move, because a lot of people, especially now online, they're able to break their leases. You know, this is what it's shown as, that they'll be able to break their leases and they can move whenever they want to, and they're able to put so much down and so forth. It just depends on where you live, how much you need to put down and everything. But it's just, it's not realistic. People want to have such a glorified way and easy showcasing of moving, and that's not the case. So even if they do show like them packing up and so forth, it's just like people like myself, like we need to literally save up months and months and months prior to even deciding on making a move, and even so, that's still not enough. So that was discouraging to me, because I still don't know how I'm gonna make it happen. Maybe I need to use my tax money if I get anything back, you know. I don't know. So we will see. All I can continue to do is pray that I get out of there and just keep the good feeling, and hopefully I get into the place that I saw today, and if not, there will be something better. But right now it was such a good feeling that I just want to hold on to that, knowing that there are people that will be accommodating for you as a resident, and I felt that, and just working with me, you know, having like that's such a breath of fresh air. Good morning. It's been a good morning, so I'm glad about that. Not about the womanly stuff, but just there can be a new place for me, you know, until I get to my next goal of countryside. So, in all thanks to the Most High for it. Okay, let me do some morning reading, and I will either see you guys towards the end of the week or wrap it up within, you know, a couple days. So I'll see you in a second.
Say Chad, that beat all the way with the tone. But mine's not in the streets. If you see me at war with anybody, it's with me. My mama always told me be the change you wanna see. So I looked within and found my demons, then went on a killing spree. It's documented, I exposed all my flaws, cut them soul ties I had. I am no longer a dog off the leash. So instead of chasing thotties, I'm in trees. I get P.O.D. anytime from Courtney B. I'm a married man, so I got the right to talk like that. I am faithful to my lioness, don't want them other cats. Even though a lot has changed about me, no, I'm still the same. Only major difference is the reconstruction of my brain. I got mental powers like 11 off of Stranger Things. This is what they fear, which is why they don't want us to change. They want us to stay inside these lower states of consciousness that makes it easy for them to control us. Look, this ain't no hocus pocus, they just overstand the science. Take a look at every aspect of your life and analyze it. There's a war on your mind, on your health and your body. There's so many ways to fight against them, you just need the knowledge. Sprinkle with some discipline, most most importantly, obedience. Strive to do what Yasha did, becoming homogeneous. I don't understand why people who claim to be in the truth, quoting from the Bible, not applying, not making no moves. Y'all way too comfortable. I'm like, damn, where the faith at? Y'all just be all taught, that's really why I feel bad. Bought land, built the house, high, go and run and tell that. Everything I rap, sing about, just know that I am that. Ay, I said bought land, built the house, high, go run and tell that. Everything I rap, sing about, just know that I am that. Hey, I can't make this up, man. Hey, I don't appreciate how they gave up on me, man. It's not fair, but it's all good. You know, it come with the territory. And we can't do nothing, we give our praises to the Creator. You dig what I'm saying? In Yarica.
Can't believe it's the end of the week already. It's time is flying by. No, it's not just you. Literally, time is speeding up. So, just another thing to, you know, be aware of. So, usually, because I really do wish I could do longer vlogs, because as y'all know, I can be a little long-winded sometimes. But usually after like the 35-minute mark, my editing software doesn't like to download my videos. So given that this video is already 45 minutes, I was gonna try and continue to go, but unfortunately it's just gonna be a lower resolution video. So if people like to watch it on their phones, it should still come out clear. But if I'm on the TV, the pixels may be a little bit off, because it's not like the 1080, the max that I can go right now. It's not like that as opposed to my other series videos, because they are a little bit shorter. So maybe that can be another goal of mine, you know, to get a separate editing and camera and all that. It's just, you know, a lot of people say invest in yourself, but they already have gotten to a point where they can have disposable money, and that's just not me right now, especially me trying to move and me just having bills that I need to budget for. So yeah, so I'm gonna leave it off here and do my little download situation, and we're gonna pick it right back up with the vlogs and the series, and we're gonna just continue to have fun with this, just enjoying the journey, just trying to play my part in the good fight, be on the right hand side of the platform. So if you feel like you are on the right hand side of things and you feel that other people may enjoy me too, you know, just be on the lookout and consider me when sharing certain things and so forth. I just, because I don't say the whole typical like, comment, subscribe, sort of thing. It just, I want to just have this as a stamp just to let people know I was here. So all right, until the next one, take care.